think it's this way.
Je pense que c'est ça.
And it's definitely this way.
It's that way.
I am loving this way.
I think this might be it.
This is amazing.
Get ready. UFC Fight Night is back on Saturday, October 12th. In the main event, former champion Joanna Jędrzejczyk returns to strawweight as she faces the karate hottie Michelle Waterson. Plus, Crone Gracie is back after a bonus-winning debut to take on the veteran Killer Cub Swanson. See UFC Fight Night live, only on ESPN+.
The wait for this one ends here.
These are killers.
Adesanya will snipe you.
But that's the thing about his arsenal. It's so deep.
And he sees everything.
He almost fights like he's in a karate movie sometimes.
It all comes down to this for the last Stylebender.
This is about to get real.
This is a fighter that goes in there to finish.
He hits with power.
Oh!
What is Robert Whittaker made of? Because it is not flesh and bone like us.
So much hype and heat on this matchup.
What a fight.
UFC fans, we'd like to welcome you to the weigh-in for UFC 243, Whittaker versus Adesanya. Tomorrow afternoon, live on pay-per-view, it'll be the biggest fight night in the history of MMA for Australia and New Zealand. The main event is a middleweight title unification bout for the ages, as the Reaper, Robert Whittaker, looks to remain the hunted by thwarting off the challenge of the interim champion, the last Stylebender, Israel Adesanya. Plus, in the co-main event, lightweight contenders collide as raging ally Iaquinta puts his top 10 ranking on the line against the Kiwi, Dan the Hangman Hooker. We would like to thank our UFC sponsors, our presenting partner Tab, Who Are You Backing? AirAsia, now everyone can fly, and Hudson Shipping Lines, shipping innovation. We would also like to send a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members joining us today here in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. We hope to see all of you once again for the live action tomorrow. And now the weigh-in for UFC 243, Whittaker versus Adesanya. Melbourne, Australia! Welcome to the weigh-in for UFC 243, Whittaker versus Adesanya. How about a hand for the Octagon girls? Christy, Red De La Cruz, Kahili Blundell, our matchmaker taking his sweet time, Handsome Mick Maynard, and the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer, is in the building as well. All right, let us get this thing started. First up, UFC Fight Pass prelims in the bantamweight division. Khalid the Warrior Taha versus Bruno Bulldog Silva. First fighter to the scale makes his UFC debut here tomorrow. Please welcome Bruno Silva. .136, the official weight for Bruno Silva. And his opponent is Khalid the Warrior Taha. 137, the official weight for Khalid Taha. 1 pound miss, he will forfeit 20% of his fight purse. All right, next up in the UFC flyweight division, Nadia Kassem versus Jiyeon Firefist Kim. First fighter making the walk, set to make her 5th UFC appearance. Please welcome Jiyeon Kim. .128, the official weight for Jiyeon Kim. She will have 2 hours to cut the final 2 pounds, otherwise she will forfeit 20% of her fight purse. All right, and now we welcome her opponent representing New South Wales. Please welcome Nadia Kassem.
.126.
126, the official weight for Nadia Kassem. All right, now moving on to the UFC 243 prelims live on ESPN2. First out of the chute in the featherweight division, Megan Anderson versus Sarah Fairn. First fighter set to weigh in, set to make her UFC debut tomorrow, Sarah Fairn.
146.
146 pounds, the official weight for Serra. And her opponent proudly repping the Gold Coast. Please welcome Megan Anderson.
$146.
146 for Megan Anderson. All right, moving on now. How good is this in the lightweight division? Brad Riddell versus Jamie Mullarkey. First fighter to the scale, repping Central Coast MMA. And making his UFC debut here tomorrow, he is Jamie Mullarkey.
$156.
156 for Mr. Mullarkey. And his opponent, one of City Kickboxing's finest, Brad Riddell.
$156.
156 for Brad Riddell. All right, now moving on to the welterweight division. Callan the Rockstar Potter versus Maki Coconut Bombs Pitolo. First fighter making the walk, set to make his UFC debut tomorrow night, Maki Pitolo.
$170.
170 on the nose for Coconut Bombs. And his opponent, fighting out of Sunbury, Victoria, Australia, the Rockstar, Callan Potter.
171.
171 for Callan Potter. All right, now to our featured prelim, also in the welterweight division, Jake the Celtic Kid Matthews versus Rostem Kurdimus Prime Akman. That'll work. 171 for Rostem Akman. And his opponent set to make his 12th UFC appearance, born right here in Melbourne, the Celtic Kid, Jake Matthews.
$171.
171, the official weight for Jake Matthews. All right, that brings us to the main card for UFC 243, live on pay-per-view. First out of the chute in the heavyweight division, Justin Badman Tafa versus Jorgen the Mad Titan De Castro. First fighter making the walk, set for his UFC debut tomorrow, Jorgen De Castro. $265 for the Cape Verdean Jorgen De Castro. And his opponent fighting out of Brisbane by way of West Auckland. He is a bad man. Please welcome Justin Tafa. $265 for Mr. Tafa. All right, next main card bout in the welterweight division. Luke the Jedi Chumo versus Diego Lima. First fight in Australia for Diego Lima. .171, the official weight for Diego Lima. And his opponent, the Jedi Luke Chumo. .171, the official weight for Luke Chumo. All right, now we get to a featured bout in the UFC heavyweight division. Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa versus Sergey Polar Bear Spivak.
He'll be way under. He'll be way under.
Oh, there we go. We're getting there. 233.
233 for Sergey Spivak. And his opponent, one of New South Wales' finest, number 14th ranked heavyweight in the world, Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa.
$264.
264 for Tai Tuivasa. All right, now to the co-main event in the lightweight division. Raging Iaquinta versus Dan the Hangman Hooker. First fighter to the scale, number 15 in the world at lightweight, the Hangman, Dan Hooker. for the Kiwi Dan Hooker. And his opponent, the 6th ranked lightweight in the world, he is raging Iaquinta. $155 for Raging Al. All right, now it is time to take a closer look at the 2 baddest middleweights in the world, the 2 men who will share the octagon tomorrow night in our championship unification main event. From the moment Israel Adesanya graced the best proven ground in the sport, he appeared destined for greatness. Few fighters have had as much hype coming into a UFC debut and a career as Israel Adesanya. He has lived up to that hype.
Oh, he heard him. He stunned him.
Israel Adesanya!
This kid is for real.
I am the new era in the UFC. I look forward to writing my name in the history books.
Oh, that is it!
Before my UFC debut, before I even stepped in the octagon, I was saying I'm going to become the UFC middleweight world champion.
Oh!
And I plan on doing that.
Adesanya is showing championship hard right now.
New Interim middleweight champion of the world!
Destiny awaits.
While the biggest fight in Australian/New Zealand mixed martial arts history awaits us.
Stylebender sets up an epic encounter with the undisputed champion Robert Whittaker.
Honestly, I'm feeling the best I have ever been. I haven't fought for a long time, and I'm hungry. You know, I am dying to fight. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna get to work.
Oh! Robert Whittaker, huge right hand, and that is it.
But I'm just gonna put a pace and a pressure he's not gonna be used to.
Oh! Head kick! Down goes Brunson! Robert Whittaker!
You know, my speed, my power, and the way I strike it's weird. It's hard to handle.
Oh!
A lot of other fighters couldn't handle it.
Oh, Whittaker pouring it on now!
That's why I am what I am.
And still!
They still think, oh, I'm the one to beat him.
Oh, another knockdown!
That's it!
The Israel fella, he's not as good as he thinks he is.
He is as sophisticated a striker as we've ever seen inside the octagon. He can do so many things.
Behind the hype, they gotta find out what the real deal is. I know Robert respects me. He's not stupid. If he doesn't, I'll make him.
I love derailing this hype train. I'm gonna give him the best version of myself. And I think it's just gonna be too much.
This will be the biggest fight in the UFC's history. It's another fight with another tough dude. It's like proof of what I've been saying this whole time. I'm the best in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the UFC interim middleweight champion, broken native, the last Stylebender, Israel Adesanya. 184, the official weight for the interim champ, Israel Adesanya. And his opponent, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion of the world, Australia's best, the Reaper, Robert Whittaker.
$185.
185 for the champion, Robert Whittaker. All right, we step over here and talk to the interim champion, the last Stylebender, Israel Adesanya. It has been a remarkable run to UFC Gold and Glory for you. Just an intense stare down there with Robert Whittaker. What did you say to Robert? Final words.
I just spoke some Yoruba to him. I just wanted him to feel me. But man, I mean, 2015, when this was Etihad, I remember being way up there. I watched him fight as well. So I remember watching and thinking, this is gonna be me one day. I was in the nosebleeds, and now I'm about to make his nose bleed.
Congratulations, wish you all the best tomorrow night, Israel Adesanya. And we step over here and corral the champion, Robert Whittaker. That's gotta feel pretty good, man. Most people have said mentally, physically, they've never seen you in a better place. The hype gives way to the action tomorrow. One more sleep. Any final thoughts before we let you fly?
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get in there. Can't wait to see you guys there. It's gonna be cracker.
And get some rest. We'll see you tomorrow night. The Reaper, Robert Whittaker. Melvin, nobody does it better than you. Get some rest. We'll see you tomorrow night.
You want to keep that? Keep that microphone.
Oh! Huge right. Knocked out for Adesanya now. Gastelum goes down.
Oh man, what a performance by Adesanya.
One of the greatest title fights you will see.
I'm the champion.
Hey Rob, let's go.
Well, the biggest fight in Australian/New Zealand mixed martial arts history awaits us.
A storm is coming.
Israel Adesanya from New Zealand fighting Robert Whittaker from Australia next. Seems like a massive fight. Where do you do that fight?
In a stadium in Australia, and that fight is ridiculous.
A war is calling.
Whittaker and Adesanya are going to break every live gate record in the history of the sport.
This is going to be the biggest fight in the UFC history. I want to create those iconic moments so by the time it's done, after I've beaten everyone, they can say, he's the GOAT. I'm going to beat Robert and become the undisputed champion.
You know what Israel has going for him is that he's a great fighter. But I'm the best I have ever been, and I'm just going to be too much for him. So I look forward to putting that heat on him.
I know for a fact he's never been to where I've been to. I'm ready to kill.
Israel Adesanya, UFC interim middleweight champion.
He is as sophisticated a striker as we've ever seen inside the octagon. UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robert Whittaker.
This is a fighter that goes in there to finish.
I want to get in there. I'm hungry. I am dying to fight.
I want to take what's mine away from him. So I can prove what I've been saying this whole time. I'm the best in the world.